My friends, I need you to stop what you're doing right now and listen to me very carefully, because what I'm about to share with you could affect the money that's about to hit your bank account tonight or in the next few days. I know many of you have been checking your accounts, wondering when your February payment is coming, and I'm here to tell you that thousands of seniors and retirees across America are going to see deposits landing in their accounts starting tonight, February 5th, 2026. But here's what's really important. Some of you might see a different amount than you expected, and I don't want you to panic when you check your balance. Whether you're receiving Social Security retirement, SSI, SSDI, or VA benefits, there are some critical changes happening right now that every single one of you needs to understand. I've been getting calls from friends and family members who are confused, worried, and frankly a little scared about what they're seeing in their bank accounts. That's why I'm sitting down with you today, just like we're at my kitchen table with a cup of coffee, to walk through exactly what's happening with your February 2026 payments. We're going to talk about who's getting paid tonight, who has to wait a few more days, why some amounts might look different, and most importantly, what you need to do to make sure you're getting every single penny you're entitled to. Now, let me start by explaining the payment schedule for February 2026, because this is where a lot of confusion happens. If you're receiving Supplemental Security Income, or SSI, your payment actually already came at the end of January. I know that might sound confusing, but SSI payments always come on the first of the month, and when the first falls on a weekend or holiday, the Social Security Administration sends those payments early. So if you got your SSI payment on January 31st and you're wondering where your February money is, don't worry, you already received it. That payment was for the month of February. It just came a day early because February 1st was a Saturday. This is something that trips up a lot of folks every single month. And I want to make sure you understand that you didn't miss anything and nothing is wrong with your account. For those of you on Social Security retirement or SSDI who started receiving benefits before May 1997, your payments come on the 3rd of every month. Since February 3rd was a Tuesday this year, those payments went out right on schedule. If you fall into this category and you haven't seen your deposit yet, I want you to give it until the end of today, February 5th, because sometimes banks process these deposits at different times. Some banks release the money at midnight, others wait until morning, and some don't show it in your account until later in the afternoon. But if we get to tomorrow, February 6th, and you still don't see your payment, that's when you need to pick up the phone and call Social Security at 1-800-772-1213 to find out what's going on. Now, here's where it gets really important for the rest of you. If you started receiving Social Security retirement or disability benefits after May 1997, your payment date depends on your birthday. And this is the system that's been in place for years now. If you were born between the 1st and the 10th of any month, your payment comes on the second Wednesday of each month. For February 2026, that's today, February 5th, and that's why I said payments are hitting accounts tonight. If your birthday falls between the 11th and the 20th, you'll get paid on the 3rd Wednesday, which this month is February 12th. And if you were born between the 21st and the 31st, your payment comes on the 4th Wednesday, which is February 19th this year. I want you to write down your payment date and circle it on your calendar, because this schedule doesn't change from month to month, except when a Wednesday falls on a federal holiday. Let me talk about the amounts you're seeing in your accounts this month, because this is where I'm hearing the most questions and concerns. After the cost of living adjustment that took effect in January 2026, the average Social Security retirement benefit is sitting at approximately $1,276 per month. But I need you to understand that this is just an average. Some of you are getting more, some are getting less, and that's completely normal based on your work history and how much you paid into the system over the years. If you worked in higher paying jobs for 35 years or more, you could be receiving anywhere from $20,500 to even $4,173, which is the maximum benefit for someone who retired at full retirement age in 2026. On the other hand, if you didn't work as many years or had lower earnings, you might be receiving $1,200 or $1,400, and that's okay. That's your benefit based on your personal work record. For my SSDI friends out there on disability benefits, the average payment right now is around $1,142 per month after the recent COLA increase. But just like retirement benefits, this varies from person to person based on your earnings history before you became disabled. And for those of you on SSI, the maximum federal payment for an individual in 2026 is $967 per month, while couples can receive up to $1,450. However, and this is really important, if you're receiving SSI and you have any other income coming in, maybe a small pension, or you're living with family who helps you out, that can reduce your SSI payment because SSI is a needs-based program. Now, I want to address something that's causing a lot of confusion and honestly some fear among seniors I've been talking to. Some of you are seeing amounts in your account that are lower than what you expected, and you're worried that Social Security made a mistake or that something has been cut. Let me walk you through the most common reasons why your payment might be different this month. First, if you owe money to Social Security from an overpayment in previous years, they might be taking a portion of your monthly benefit to pay that back. This is called an offset, and while it's frustrating, it's something that happens when the system paid you too much at some point, and now they're recovering that money. Second, if you have Medicare Part B or Part D premiums, those are automatically deducted from your Social Security check each month. The standard Part B premium for 2026 is around $185 per month for most people, but if you're a higher income earner, you might pay more through what's called IRMAA, or Income-Related Monthly Adjustment Amount. Some of you might also see deductions for things you signed up for and maybe forgot about. Things like supplemental insurance policies, or if you're having federal taxes withheld from your Social Security because you don't want a surprise tax bill at the end of the year. And here's something that catches people off guard every single time. If you're working while receiving Social Security before you reach full retirement age and you're earning more than the annual limit, Social Security will withhold some of your benefits. For 2026, that earnings limit is $23,400 per year if you're under full retirement age for the entire year. If you earn more than that, Social Security withholds $1 in benefits for every $2 you earn above the limit. I know that sounds harsh, but here's the good news. When you reach full retirement age, they recalculate your benefit and give you credit for those months they withheld money, so you're not losing it forever. Let me share a real-life example that might help this make sense. I have a friend named Margaret who's 64 years old and started taking her Social Security early at 62. She's also working part-time at a local library, earning about $28,000 a year because she loves being around books and people. Well, Margaret noticed her Social Security payment was lower than she calculated, and she was upset until we sat down and did the math together. She was earning $4,600 more than the $23,400 limit, which meant Social Security withheld $2,300 from her annual benefits. That's about $191 per month. Once we figured that out, she understood what was happening, and she knows that when she turns 67 and reaches her full retirement age, they'll adjust her benefit upward to account for those months. Now let's talk about some good news, because it's not all about deductions and withholdings. If you're a veteran receiving VA benefits in addition to Social Security, you should have seen your VA payment on February 1st, since payments go out on the 1st of each month. The VA operates on a different schedule than Social Security, and the good news is that VA disability compensation and Social Security benefits don't affect each other. You can receive both at full amount. For 2026, a single veteran with a 100% disability rating is receiving $4,045.40 per month in VA compensation, and that amount increases if you have a spouse or dependents. If you're a surviving spouse receiving DIC benefits, that's $1,712.75 per month as of 2026. These benefits also received a COLA increase at the beginning of the year, just like Social Security did. Here's a strategy I want to share with all of you that could put extra money in your pocket, and I'm surprised how many seniors don't know about this. If you're married and both you and your spouse have worked and paid into Social Security, you need to understand spousal benefits. Even if one of you earned significantly less over your working years, the lower earning spouse might be entitled to a spousal benefit that's up to 50% of the higher earner's full retirement age benefit. Let me give you an example. If your spouse's full retirement benefit is $2,400 per month, You could potentially receive up to $1,200 per month as a spousal benefit, even if your own work record would only give you $800. You get the higher amount, and that extra $400 per month is $4,800 per year that some couples are leaving on the table simply because they don't know to ask for it. Another thing I want you to think about is your Medicare coverage and whether you're paying too much. I mentioned that standard Part B premium of about $185 per month, but if your income has gone down in the past couple of years, maybe you retired or you stopped working a side job, you might be able to get your IRMAA reduced or eliminated. You can file Form SSA 44 to request a reduction if you've had a life-changing event that lowered your income. I've seen people save hundreds of dollars per month by doing this simple paperwork, and that money stays in your Social Security check instead of going toward Medicare premiums. Let's also talk about taxes for a minute, because this is something that confuses almost everyone I talk to. Your Social Security benefits might be taxable depending on your total income. If you're single and your combined income is between $25,000 and $34,000, up to 50% of your benefits could be taxable. If your combined income is above $34,000, up to 85% could be taxable. For married couples filing jointly, those thresholds are $32,000 and $44,000. Now, this doesn't mean you're paying taxes on 85% of your money. It means that 85% of your Social Security is included in your taxable income, and then you pay tax based on your tax bracket. A lot of seniors choose to have taxes withheld from their Social Security each month by filling out Form W-4V, and you can choose to have 7%, 10%, 12%, or 22% withheld. This prevents you from owing a big tax bill in April. I want to make sure those of you on SSDI understand something really important about your benefits. If you've been receiving disability benefits for 24 months, you automatically qualify for Medicare, even if you're under age 65. This is a huge benefit that many people don't take full advantage of. And if you're receiving SSDI and you want to try going back to work, Social Security has programs like the Ticket to Work that let you test your ability to work without immediately losing your benefits. You get a trial work period where you can earn any amount for up to 9 months while still receiving full SSDI benefits. This gives you a safety net to see if you can handle working again without the fear of losing everything if it doesn't work out. For my SSI recipients, I need you to be very careful about reporting any changes in your living situation or income, because SSI is need-based, and even small changes can affect your payment. If someone moves into your house and starts helping with expenses, that could be counted as income. If you get married, that affects your benefit. If you inherit money or receive a gift over $2,000, you need to report it. I know it seems like they're watching every little thing, and honestly they are, but it's because SSI is designed for people with very limited income and resources. The rules are strict, but if you stay within them and report changes promptly, you'll avoid overpayments that have to be paid back later. Here's my final piece of advice for all of you, and I really want you to hear this. Set up a My Social Security account online if you haven't already. Go to ssa.gov and create your account. This lets you see your payment history, check your benefit amount, get your tax forms, and even set up or change direct deposit without having to wait on hold for an hour trying to reach someone on the phone. I know some of you aren't comfortable with computers, and that's okay. Ask a trusted family member or friend to help you set it up. Once it's done, you'll have access to all your information 24 hours a day, and you won't have to wonder what's going on with your payments. As we wrap up here, I want you to check your bank account tonight or first thing tomorrow morning if your payment date is today, February 5th. Make sure that deposit came through. Look at the amount and compare it to last month. If it's different, think through whether any of the reasons I mentioned might apply to you. If everything looks good, wonderful, you can relax and use that money for whatever you need. If something seems wrong, don't panic, but do call Social Security or check your online account to figure out what's happening. And remember, whether you're getting $800 a month or $3,000 a month, this is your money that you earned through years of hard work, and you deserve to understand exactly how it works and how to get every penny you're entitled to. Take care of yourselves, watch your accounts, and I'll be back soon with more updates to help you navigate this system that can feel so complicated sometimes.